Hello everyone, welcome to Electronics and Communication Engineering Association, Volume 7, presents ECE Podcast Series 2025. First of all, we, the team ECEA-07, continuously strive towards the new initiatives which were supported by the department and as well as faculty coordinator and the HOD Department of ECE. For your information, this podcast series will be in the medium of Telugu, Hindi, English as well, which you will be seeing in the upcoming podcasts. Okay, let us start the session. This is Dileep Areti. I am from third year, Joint Secretary from ECS. For the first podcast, we have Vishnu Vardhan Anna from fourth year. He is now currently studying the second semester. So he is the General Secretary of our association and as well as he is placed in Nextron company. And he's also served as the editor for ECE Herald, the official newsletter of our department. He did his research internships from IIT Tirupati and IIT Hyderabad as well. So let us know his journey in NIT Andhra Pradesh and how it all started. First of all, welcome you, Anna. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Dileep. Thank you for this warm welcome.
Yeah. So Anna, how it all started initially. So how do you choose NIT Andhra and how do you choose especially EC? Also, we heard that your first priority in counseling is ECE. That's the best part. And why? Why do you choose ECE? So, and we all that we want all the information.
Yeah, I mean, as like the other inter students who has the aspiration to get into some better engineering college, some good engineering college in India. So I started my journey to take a part of a central university or a central college. So it started, just before the 2 or 3 months of the JEE mains examination. So I started my preparation. My preparation strongly only in the before the 2 months of the JEE main exam. So I think that's the reason I scored a little bit low compared to the other. But when I scored JEE main percentage, because I studied in an intermediate college where they teach only for the MCET kind of thing, and they didn't prefer any JEE main kind of thing or any central government exams.
Yeah.
So I started my own preparation. So it took me to the JOSA level counseling. So, the reason behind why ECE is...
Why ECE?
Yeah, I'm fond of physics right from my intermediate. So, as an MPC student, in between maths, physics and chemistry, I preferred mainly physics as my main priority.
Good.
I think I'm very much fond of these circuits, electricity kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, that's the reason I prefer to be in some EC or EEE kind of thing, to be in electrical and electronics kind of thing.
Okay.
So as like Indian parents, they'll suggest more to get into computer science or to go for the...
most of the people in India rightly...
Yeah, I heard, I got many advices like this, but
you followed your passion.
Yeah, I'm fond of my enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I think this enthusiasm made me to select to opt electronics and communication as the first priority. Not only in NIT Andhra, so I listed many other colleges also, but in every college, I listed only electronics and communication as the first priority, followed by the other. So that's the reason I stood there, and I got an opportunity after my completion of first year also to get into CSC, but I rejected due to the fond of electronics subject.
Okay. I know that your CGPA is above 9. So being in NIT, scoring 9 plus CGPA is it's a very good thing. And how that works for you, and what are the suggestions you want to give to the upcoming juniors to secure a good CGPA right from first year?
Yeah, for our batch, we started our first semester in the online mode.
Okay.
So we completed, I think,
during the time of COVID, right?
Yeah, we started our BTech at the time of COVID, I guess. So in the online mode, it went. It didn't went that much good.
Okay.
The online classes. As always, offline classes are better than the online classes. So offline mode of teaching, offline mode of learning will affect a lot to the students.
Yes.
So when after completion of my first year, I've had good CGPA of about 9.4. So I didn't I didn't think like to increase my CGPA. I don't know. I know only to focus on my academic stuff. I think that's the reason. I think in my third semester, I mean, we have maybe
one question, Anna. See, does CGPA really matters actually?
Yeah, I
In
mean,
perspective of placements or in perspective of research internships, whatever it may be.
yeah, I think CGPA plays a crucial role. What the juniors or what the upcoming engineers, they might think like CGPA, it may be they're thinking like a creamy layer.
Yeah.
But you won't believe CGPA will affect a lot when you go outside. Because whatever the interview that I faced or whatever the company that I have applied, the first criteria they took is, they asked for is the CGPA.
Yes, for every company.
For every company, the first layer is a CGPA. I mean, I don't think above 9 or above 8 it may work or not, but a minimum criteria of 8 CGPA will enhance you to get into more chances and will help you to cope up with new internships and jobs. So CGPA is compulsory but not mandatory.
Yes, Anna. And then taking the perspective of ECE, we have various domains and various career paths in ECE.
Yes.
So when do you came to know about the various domains and how do you which motivated you to incline towards a particular domain or like?
Yeah, as like I came from a middle class background.
Okay.
So the only motive for any middle class boy is just to to secure a job.
Yes.
Whatever the domain it may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, to secure a job is a first thing that a middle class boy may think, or they may go for it. So I don't have any preference like hardware or software to get into. So the main goal that I took is to secure some job. Really, I think after completion of my third semester also, I don't know what are the domains that are available in the ECE.
Okay.
So once I think ECEA-05.
05.
Yeah, volume 5.
Yeah.
So that association team, they took a special class for us second years, and they explained about the opportunities that are available after completion of the graduation. So what are the internship opportunities? What are the job opportunities that are available? Like, I changed my way several times. First, I thought I should get into some gate. So after that, I thought I should get into software. Now I'm working on hardware subjects. The time and the situation made me to work on various aspects. So I didn't stick to any one domain. So I traveled a lot and I learned a lot.
In third semester, you got to know about the various career domains.
Yes.
And that too by the program, it is conducted by our association.
Yeah.
So I also prefer you guys, you please participate in all the events and events which are conducted by our association. So see, these things will not be told by faculty, and also the guidance from seniors it is very much important. That is what that is what the motive of these sessions do. And then Anna, we know that you have done your summer internship in after 2 in IIT Hyderabad, right? And then what is the criteria for that, and do they have any CGPA criteria, and what is the period of internship, and what is the stipend you got? So please, to our audience.
Yeah, at the time of January, I guess, when I was doing my fourth semester, me and my friend, we both, we applied, we filled some Google form kind of thing we heard that IIT Hyderabad was releasing some internships, and we filled those forms with a small resume. You don't believe that was the worst resume that I have until now. Just with a single CGPA, single, education and a project. I don't have that much skills to procrastinate in the resume too.
Okay.
So what
are the projects you mentioned then at the time in resume?
You won't believe, I don't know the correct meaning of project until then. So in my academic, in 2-2, we need to do a minor project kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the minor project is also going on. It didn't complete at that time, but I mentioned it in the resume and I applied for it.
Okay.
So then after, at the time of March, I guess, the results were announced. Me and my friend, we both were selected for the internship. So the internship, it started from May 15 and ended at July 15. It consists of 2 months with a stipend of 15,000. So, I was in a dramatical, I was something, I can say I was feeling some drama kind of thing, because as
you are in a dilemma.
Yeah, as an NIT student, moving into IIT is like a dream for us.
Yeah, that's right.
Too. I mean, we normally watch videos or we normally see in some
Yeah.
YouTube or Instagram, but
Yeah.
getting into IIT, it makes me feel to be motivated. So, but I have the same thing in my mind. I have the fear too, because those IITs, they have a great stuff, great technical knowledge stuff. As an NIT student, I have only, I'm only strong in only academics.
Right,
So
right.
the question raised in my mind, how I can survive in those great IITs. So I mean, as like other interns, I just joined in IIT Hyderabad, and the first day when my professor called me for a meeting, I went to the sir and explained everything. So these are the strong subjects that I have done. So I'm strong in this subject. So, but I don't know any other skills.
Okay.
So these are the words what I told to the sir.
Being a 2-2 student.
Yeah, he said the same thing. Just you completed 4th semester. So I know how the second years will be there. So what kind of stuff they know. So he told me, he gave me 2 days time. So to move around the lab, so and to get knowledge of the projects that were going in the lab. So for the first 2 days, I went to every PhD scholar and MTech student, and I asked about every project that they are doing
Yeah.
So I came to know like machine learning and deep learning. Those are the 2 domains that will rule the world in the next few years.
Yes.
So I came to know. So I thought I should start in working machine learning and deep learning. So in those 2 months, man, more than 1.5 months, I just worked only on the machine learning basics, and I learned how to make coding part, as well as I learned the theoretical part at that time. So you won't believe, I think I had very long nights in working in the lab.
And also, please add what is the lifestyle at IIT Hyderabad and also too.
So yeah, the IIT lifestyle is a great lifestyle, because being an IITian, I mean, just for the 2 months, I saw a beautiful world over there.
Yeah.
So the type of environment that was going there, and that type of labs, you won't believe, those labs, they are well equipped, as well as they are well sophisticated compared to the other college labs. Yeah. So IIT Hyderabad made me to get into new world.
Okay.
So I prefer I prefer I also told the juniors too, because having an internship at IIT not only boosts your resume, they will enhances your your career, and they will boost you a lot.
Okay. And please tell about the power of resume these days, and what are all the projects we should include in resume, and is there any connection between the projects we include in resume to the job and the interview which is being conducted?
Other than academics, the most important thing that every company or every institute might look over is the projects.
Yeah.
Because a project makes them to understand how capable are you.
Yes.
And how practical knowledge do you have. Yes. And how hard work that you can do. Yeah. So a project, it defines a person a lot. So I think in a resume, other than skills and extracurricular and CGPA, etc., the main thing that will focus is only the projects.
Right.
So having sophisticated 3 to 4 projects will make you to stand out of the all.
And also the point is like we need to tailor our resume based on the job role we are going to apply, right?
Yes.
So many of us they stick onto the separate resume only. They apply it for every job role. Is it correct, or what we need to do?
I mean, we should mold our resume, because the stuff we are including in the resume must change for a job to job, because every company doesn't need all the skills.
Yes. We have fintech companies, we have core and IT side, so single resume can't help for three domains, right?
So according to the job role that they are offering, according to the skill that you possess, you need to change your resume. So that's the main criteria. And the resume, if you can see, if you are applying for some off-campus kind of jobs, there's a high competition for it. You won't believe the ratio, now it rises up to 10,000. Okay. For a single job, more than 10,000 applications are coming. So you won't believe the selection criteria is not selecting the right person. The selection criteria is eliminating the wrong person. So the difference that everyone should know is the competitive exams or the first round written test or interview, those are the rounds which are not selecting the right persons. They are eliminating the wrong persons.
Okay.
So the person who stands ahead of all this might get a job. So the ratio plays a key role. So as a screening round of kind of thing, the resume plays a high role, because nowadays even one student or one HR cannot, they don't have the time to go all through the 10,000 applications. They'll see only the few that ATS software may give. So ATS score for a resume plays a key role.
Yeah, and end of the day, every one of us faces some bad situations. See, during these 4 years, do you have any such bad situations or bad incident, Anna? Can you, if you want to share, you can share with us.
Yeah, I mean, life is not always happy. So it's just up and downs. Those are common for everyone. So, I mean, the kind of comeback that you can give after a down, it matters a lot.
Yes.
Like after coming from IITH Hyderabad, it took me some days to sustain, because they are seeing a bright environment over there. So I am unable to sustain in my home too, because the kind of environment that was there at IIT Hyderabad. Yeah, I thought of doing some MTech and writing GATE and securing some MTech seat in IIT Hyderabad. I thought at that time that was my goal. So I started my GATE preparation, but due to some some family constraints as well as some responsibilities, I should stop in the middle. So it made me to recover. It took a lot of time to recover. So I mean, it's like changing your career path. So yeah, why I should change my career path? Yeah, there is a reason. There is a particular reason. Like, I'm a person from a middle class background.
Yes.
So whatever the end of the day, they'll see only the job and only the career that you possess.
Yes.
So that's the reason I started working for another job kind of thing.
Okay.
So I think that was a sad moment that I have, because I dreamt of being in IIT for at least 2 years doing my MTech, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
Okay.
I'm not feeling any bad for it, but yeah.
But
there is some.
You can't predict, right?
Yeah, we can't predict the future. We can't predict the situations too. So adapting.
Everyone's story will not be the same every time, right? So
yeah, adapting to the situations. I think it's very tough for any student, for any young student.
Yeah. In addition to your words, being a third year student, can he or she really, if they study well, if they practice well, can they really crack GATE in third year itself? Because it removes a stress, it removes the burden in fourth year, right?
Yeah, I think
do we have any examples in our college as well?
I can relate this because I think the GATE normally it will occur in February. So I think the third year it will start around August kind of thing.
Right.
So I think there are more than 5 to 6 months to cover all the syllabus.
Right.
Because I wrote my GATE in my third year and I secured a rank of 4,600.
Good.
So without you won't believe, I prepared only for the aptitude. So remaining subjects I didn't even look after.
15 bits.
Yeah, I didn't even. I scored 100% strike rate in those aptitude. But remaining core subject, I didn't prepare. So I think I'm unable to crack the GATE at that time. So my suggestion for the third years is, still now there is a lot of chance for you, because attempting GATE in the third year will help you a lot. Because this will make you an example of what the paper will be and what type of questions they will ask.
And also the syllabus of this GATE is not only restricted only for these MTech only, and we can also go into many jobs, government jobs, and also this syllabus is also common for these entrance exams of ISRO, DRDO, like that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think some of my seniors, they are now preparing only for the ISRO and DRDO. because these core subjects, you won't believe the subjects that you study in the second year, those matters a lot while you prepare for some interview kind of thing. You won't believe. I think in recent 2 days also I gave some interview. I gave one interview. So they asked only the basic second year questions, the basics of the second year subjects that we have done.
And also that our curriculum in our campus, they also design in such a way that before the GATE exam of third year, they will be covering at most 80 to 90% of the GATE syllabus.
Yes.
So that is the best opportunity for our students, right?
Yeah.
Most of the engineering colleges also, they design like that.
Yeah, they design a lot. But the problem is that we are studying a lot. We are scoring good marks and we are securing good grades. But the problem is we are not recollecting.
Yes. It's a very important.
So the recollection of the material that you have studied is a key point in securing and in cracking some entrance exams like GATE, ISRO or DRDO, whatever it may be. So recollection will matters a lot when you come. I mean, when you prepare for some interview also, recollection of some stuff and recollection of some interviews will matters a lot. So I prefer, I suggest many of the juniors, like whatever the subject we are interested, please recollect one or the other day. It helps you a lot.
Yeah. Coming to you, Anna, after third year, how you are inclined towards, like, is there any dilemma with you to go in which in which career path, towards IT or towards core? And after third year, what are your plans? And did you do any internship? Right, you have done internship in IIT Tirupati in third year. So how is your plans then?
Yeah, after completion of third year, like I was in a situation with a high dilemma because I started feeling pressure because
third year was completed.
Yeah, third year was completed. Next? According to the family background, there's a need of job. Like I need to go for it. I need to prepare for some interview or for some placement. So I think according to last few years placement, our college received more placements in the IT side only.
Yes, right.
So there is a less scope for the core. I mean, there are chances, but only less chances to get into core. So I thought of preparing for some, some coding stuff, or as well as to get into a software company. At the same time, you won't believe at the last SEM exam, I received a mail that you are selected for internship at IIT Tirupati. So that made the dilemma to grow more because at that time I was just like okay, just preparation is enough for these 3 months, but
you got an internship.
I got an internship.
What to do?
That too at IIT. So I was in a dilemma, like whether I need to go or not, whether I should do my preparation at my home. But I believe that rather than sitting and preparing in the home, if you go for some big institute,
manage there.
I thought I can manage there. I think I was succeeded in it. Because at IIT Tirupati, while I reached IIT Tirupati, the same question raised in my mind, like how I can manage the both. So I need to work in the lab as well as I need to prepare for myself. So I dedicated more time for my preparation for the job. I think at that time only the first drive that was happened in our college.
In next term, right?
Yeah, that was the first drive that came for our batch. I think I gave the written test very well. So the group discussion.
Yeah, we will come on to that, Anna. But before that, based upon the current market scenario, what are all the skills or what are all the technologies we need to learn to secure a job? So current on-demand skills or technologies, and what are the technologies in your resume helped you to be placed?
Yeah, I think for the next time company which I gave the first interview, they just needed just only one programming language knowledge. So I think the questions that they are asked in the written test, they are just only the basic stuff.
Do you solve any lead code questions?
Yeah, I started doing lead code questions when I went to the IIT Tirupati. So whenever I feel some bore, whenever I thought I have some time to work on, I just practice some of the lead questions, some of the easy lead questions, not just the medium and hard.
To build up confidence.
So I confident. At the initial time, the code which that I have wrote, it is a big. It caused a big complexity. When the code was submitted, you will receive that time complexity and space complexity, right? So I thought I was the back of the others. So slowly it went well. I started with my basics. I worked on the basics. I worked on the data structures at that time. I think I got a job somewhat early.
Okay, now we are completely inclining towards academics and technical oriented, right? So for our audience, for our viewers, see, in these 4 years of college, in the 7 semesters, can you share any few funny moments or funny things which you want to share to our audience?
Yeah, I think there are a number of funny moments that that I was experienced a lot, because I'm a student. I'm a day scholar student. I was a day scholar student until my intermediate. So I don't know the hostel life. So while coming to the NIT Andhra Pradesh, this was the first time I was I was more time left at the home.
It was a residential one.
Yeah, it was a residential one. So initially I thought I can't cope up over here. But I think the friends that I have made, and you won't believe the people that were around me, I think they made me to sustain over there. So I mean, like you asked about the funny incidents, we have a lot in our hostel. Right from our first year, when we joined, there were no seniors. I mean, at the time they were on summer vacation. So we completed our second semester only in 3 months.
Okay.
So only the juniors, only the 720 members of the 21-25 batch, we only sustained over there. So I think we had a lot fun in the 1-2. Other than out of these 7 semesters, I had a lot fun in only the second semester, because only the juniors. I think at that time there is no back gate. There was no back gate.
No back gate at
all.
So
whatever we want to go to Thadepalligudem, we need to go only through the front gate.
Okay.
So whatever the outing we need to do, I think we had a very few local outings that we took.
Okay.
Because walking from the hostel to the front gate, it costed a lot. I had a great moments in the ground too, while playing with my friends.
You're a good player, right?
don't. I'm not that much good player, but I love to play. Yes. So whatever the time, I think till now also, if I have time to get into the ground, I'll definitely get into the ground. So if you have some funny moments, I think I have some funny moments in the Thadepalligudem, because I think it was the first movie, I guess. When I reached NITAP, the college was started. I think it was a weekend.
Okay.
So normally in my hometown, if I want to go for a movie, I'll book in some online app, and I'll go to the theater and I'll sit. It's general. I don't know how. I mean, here the bookings are there, but at that time they are not that much good.
Okay.
So we thought of going to the movie. I think that was the first day, it seems.
Which movie, Anna?
KGF 2.
KGF 2.
Yeah, that was the first movie that was released when we reached the college.
Okay.
So the fun moment was that I think it was houseful over there. I think it was around 10 or 10:30. Already the general audience are there. We hope that we will get some ticket kind of thing. We thought we should go for the black ticket also, but it didn't happen. Suddenly they opened the gates. I didn't jump anywhere in the theater. For the first time, I jumped out of the wall to get the ticket, but unfortunately, I didn't get the ticket.
Okay.
I think that was the first funny moment that I had in this Thadepalligudem. So I had more when I worked for the PR team for the Techria in the last year. So I moved to Bhimavaram and Kakinada, and I promoted our college events in many colleges. So the fun moments that I have interacted with those college students. Yeah, I think I have a good memory with
good networking also.
Yeah, good networking also, because until my 3rd year I was just a normal student.
Yes.
So I think it made me to go.
Okay. Then coming on to your placement point of view, what are all the levels they have? What are all the rounds they have? So can you please brief to our audience?
Yeah, I think the next gen company, they kept only the 3 rounds.
Okay.
The written test followed by group discussion and followed by the personal interview.
Okay.
So written test, they asked only in the 3 sessions: competitive aptitude, English, and as well as a coding round.
Okay.
So normally coding round they'll ask for a code, but here they put some code snippets and asked us to predict the output.
Okay.
So these are the 3 sessions that were there in the written test.
Okay.
So out of 65 members, 36 members were qualified for the group discussion.
Okay, GD.
GD. Yeah. You won't believe GD. I think that was the first time I'm giving for a GD. Until now, I don't know what is a correct GD to. So before participating in the GD, I have watched many videos in the YouTube and I surfed in the internet. So I thought I prepared some lines like how to oppose a statement, how to agree with a statement. I prepared some of the phrases. So at the time of GD, I used them a lot because
generally in group discussions we need to stand out of the crowd, right?
Because in my GD also some other participants, they are saying good points. They're saying a better points than me. So I should rise above them. Then only I will secure a job. So at that time you need to oppose them, but it should be in a polite way. So the benefit of English is it is beneficial when you use it in a wise way.
Yes, right.
Because I opposed the other members, but it in a polite way. So it attracted the HR a lot. So who is the person who is taking the interview? It attracted her a lot. I think that made me to score a good in the group discussion. So followed by the personal interview. So
technical round.
Technical as well as a HR. In both they completed in a single round. So coming to the personal interview, they started by stating my resume. So they asked what is the programming language that you went through the exam. Then they started questioning about the modules because I'm a student who, I know coding only in the Python. So I don't know in other languages. So I love Python. So they asked me questions related to the modules that were available in the Python, related to the packages that are available in a Python. So I stated the projects which I have done, which I have done until then. So I stated that I was doing at the time I was doing the internship at IIT Tirupati. So they questioned a lot regarding to the internships.
Pursuing internship at IIT Tirupati, you attended this technical interview during the summer.
During the summer only, the written test, group discussion as well as a personal interview. These three happened only during the summer break. I think it was a better time I had because I was in the mood of preparation. So the first company it came, so I think I served very well through the company. So they asked questions related to the pandas. So pandas, which is a basic stuff for a data analysis kind of thing. Data science. So they asked me to write some of the codes. So after that they asked some questions related to OOPS.
OOPS concept.
Like the encapsulation, abstraction. So they asked the basic definitions. That's it. That's I think it took around 40 to 50, not more than 40 minutes.
And then what are the questions HR round they asked you?
They asked about about my relocation, if I was available for the relocation, and they asked a good question like if the project was not completed for the deadline, how will you manage? So these are all the HR questions that we need to prefer. I think I prepared well by surfing the India Bigs website. So that website helped me a lot.
It all depends upon how we answer the questions, right? In HR round.
In HR, it may be in technical too. So they expect how you will answer the question.
Whether it is right or wrong, it's secondary. How do you answer it is.
I'll give a good suggestion for all the juniors too. If you don't know something, please accept it. If you say something which is not irrelevant, then it will cost you a lot. So I suggest all of you. So whatever you know, please enhance. But whatever you don't know, please accept it. And you can reply them like, "Sir, I'm working on it, and I'll sure learn about it." This will make them to realize that you are a good, realizing student, and you will soon you will work on it.
You're already placed in next turn. Are you preparing for any other exams or any government exams, or what are your next plans?
I should not say like that.
Are you satisfied?
Every person is not satisfied until they reach their goal. Because the girl, the main aim that I have is some like the other person, I am also fond of some money kind of thing. So whatever the package that I'll get more, then I'll jump for it. So I thought like, so why I should sustain over there. So like, don't I have any other opportunities? So then I started preparing for the core job. So then I started surfing through the core jobs, and I started my preparation too.
But you are in the safe zone compared to many others.
Yeah, I think that's the reason that made me to connect with the juniors a lot.
Yes, yes.
Because after completion of my job, I mean, after securing a job,
yes.
so I was into the ECE association for the first time.
Yes.
So
and you are the general secretary. You are one of the.
Yeah, I think that job made me to work more, to connect with the people more. Until then, I was just a normal student who works on academics, who plays in the free time. That's all about me. But after securing a job, I think I was in a position like I can manage a lot.
Okay.
So I was in a thought of managing. I thought, wow, how I can manage. So unexpectedly, I came. I mean, I'm fond of the association, and I applied for the secretary. Now, yeah, it happened like this.
Okay, Anna. We also had that. Apart from this next one, you're also attending few core company interviews. Can you say anything about that?
Yeah, I recently attended 2 interviews related to the core company. I mean, one of the company I went until the last round, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. I think, 2 days back only, I gave an interview for another company. So the main questions that they asked only the basics that we have studied in our second year.
Okay, digital electronics.
That too. I applied for the role related to the digital electronics.
Okay.
So they put some questions only to the digital system design subject that we have gone through in my second year. So I prepared, recently I prepared my notes related to the digital system design. I think it helped me a lot while facing the interviews or while facing the tests. So I think that was a subject, I think that was a key subject in the digital electronics. So which will help
we need to study in depth, right? Digital electronics, these signals and systems.
Yeah, apart from the digital electronics, you'll have some microcontrollers, those subjects in the third year, as well as computer organizational architecture. So I think these 3 subjects will help you when you wish to get into some big core companies. I'm saying the big core companies related like
Qualcomm,
Intel,
NVIDIA.
Qualcomm, NVIDIA, which are the dream companies for an ECE student.
Yes. And then coming on to your positions of responsibility, you hold multiple positions, right? In third year itself, you are the editor of ECE Herald, which is an official newsletter of our department. It is an initiative by our association and the faculty of our supporting by our faculty coordinator and head of the department. So can you briefly explain about ECE Herald and what is your role and how it all happened?
I joined the ECE Herald in my second year as a non-technical writer. So I love to write the articles. I love to react the situations that were currently going on. So I started my career as a non-technical writer, and I wrote many articles related to the science social issues. So those, I think after getting into Herald, I think those words which I have written, I think they impacted a lot. Not only for the audience, they impacted me a lot to think more. So after completion of my second year, I was promoted to the editor role. So I think that made me to work on managing the roles. Because as an editor, you should make the others to work to complete the work on time. So editor role that was the initiation where I secured the managing skills that I have. So I think after the many situations, now I turn to the secretary. I think it was a challenging one that I have faced until now, because making some event, initiating some event, and making the event success, I think it comprises there is a need of
a simple task, and everyone can't do it.
You need to look after the documentation part, organizing part. There should be different teams. You need to coordinate all the teams.
With everyone, you need to coordinate, and you need to have best management
skills. Managing skills, because making an event is not a single easy thing. So I think as a secretary, not only helping the juniors to learn more about the skills, I improved my skills, my managing skills. So I think these roles made to recognize what I am and what I am capable of.
And then anything you want to share to the upcoming juniors? department will remember your contributions. Faculty and students, all your juniors will remember your contributions and the events and activities you taken part and you initiated. So we will all remember your contributions, Anna. And then the one suggestion which we want to give to upcoming juniors, you can say it in Telugu as well if you want to do. Then it is up to you.
I'll say in both the languages. Okay. Like these 4 years life, you may think you can explore more and you can learn a lot. It's a right thing, right enthusiasm. But after completion of 4 years, there is a big challenges that you need to face when you get out of this world. Like this college life is entirely different from what you have until now, because it gives more time to explore what you are. I think in this 4 years life, I came through many ups and downs, but I stood at the last. So my advice to the upcoming juniors as well as upcoming other students too, like learn and enjoy. That's the main motto that you need to do. And I'll suggest one more line to you, like please dare to be different. Because if you go through the mob, then there is no need of anything. So please dare to be different. So ఇంకా చెప్పాలంటే మన భాషలో చెప్పాలంటే లైక్ ఎవడైతే కంప్లీట్గా అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే నువ్వు ఎంత చదివా అన్నా, ఎంత పైకున్నా, ఎంత CGPA ఉన్నా ఇక్కడ ఏది చివరికి మ్యాటర్స్ కాదు. సో ఈ కాలేజ్ నుంచి వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు వన్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ ఉండాలి. సో ఆ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ వచ్చేంత ఏదో సాధించామనుకున్నా ఈ 4 years లైఫ్ నేను చాలా మంచిగా బతికాను అన్న చిన్న సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ నీకు లైఫ్ లాంగ్ ఉండిపోతుంది. సో జస్ట్ ఎంజాయ్ చేయండి, బట్ నీ కెరీర్ నువ్వు డెవలప్ చేసుకో. దట్స్ ఇట్.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ అన్న, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ అండ్ హోప్ you reach n number of heights in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you association for conducting this. I hope this will end to a great heights. Thank you
Anna. Thank you very much. This is Dileep Areti signing off.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make the microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movies. I've been a part-time shadow cat, part-time. That is not a guy that I would ever want to try to battle rap.